prettiest shot I've seen all day. This is the Black Mountains. Beautiful blue sky here. 40 degrees on our Lester Flooring Sky Cam network. That'll make you smile. This line here indicates the average high, which is 48. So we'll actually be above that on Friday. So that's going to be my pick day of the next several days. And countdown to spring for you, 55 days away. So Garden, it'll be about 60 degrees on the 20th of March. That's the average, or I should say, average low is 36. So we're getting a little bit warmer each and every day with that average high. And high pressure will actually keep us very clear as we go through the next couple of days. But it's this system that's going to track to our north, and then the cold front moves closer as we head into the weekend. So that's when we'll start to see the clouds building again on Saturday. Chance for rain late day Saturday. Rainier conditions expected on Sunday. So hopefully that'll help you plan your weekend here, even though we're only in the middle of the work week. HD radar and satellite showing clouds mainly to our north, but some still in eastern Tennessee and into the northern communities here in western North Carolina, like northern Madison and Yancey. But for the majority of the area, all sunshine today and a little bit breezy, but it's not too bad out there. Overnight tonight, the slightest chance once again for a couple snow flurries to fly in highest elevations. Not going to be a big event. And then we'll see clear skies everywhere. That's 8 a.m. Thursday tomorrow morning. And watch as this milder air move in on Friday. And that's when we'll see temperatures a little bit above normal. 46 is the current temperature in Transylvania County. This is our Perry camera. Pisgah Astronomical Research Institute. Lester Flooring Sky Cam Network now takes us back here to South Asheville. And notice the tops of the trees. Areas in blue, including in the 30s up towards Boone. But it's about 10 degrees warmer in Asheville and about another 10 degrees warmer in the upstate. Currently in 12 in Boone, 8 in Asheville, makes it feel like 36 degrees right now. I want to show you the futurecast wind gusts. So it's not sustained winds, but when you're walking around and you get a big gust of wind, that's what we're talking about here. Watch as the higher elevations start to feel gustier winds this evening. Nothing too high, and we're not going to see a wind advisory out, anything like that, but just note that it will make it feel a little bit chillier for tomorrow morning's commute, and then we see the wind die down for tomorrow and for Friday. Here's your 7 days showing 40% chance for showers late day Saturday, 60% chance on Sunday, and the cold air on the backside of that system could generate a couple snow showers. That's something we'll keep a close eye on for Monday. Back over to you.
Tomorrow on News 13 this morning, your neighborhood Eats is in downtown Asheville at a place called Well Played, where they have more than 500 games. They also have beer and lots of good food. We're going to tell you why this is a good spot for dates, but also a good place to go ahead and bring your kids. We'll see you tomorrow.
Apple is ready to compete in the home speaker business with its long-awaited HomePod. Pre-orders will begin this Friday in the U.S., UK, and Australia.
The speaker will hit stores in 2 weeks on February 9th. It retails for $349. The HomePod will be competing with Amazon's Echo and Google's Home speakers, both which are much cheaper, I must say. Higher paychecks are in the pipeline for some 22,000 JP Morgan Chase employees. The nation's largest bank says it's giving a 10% raise to its frontline workers, including tellers and customer service reps. That's part of a $20 billion investment spree.
The bank will also hire 4,000 new employees, open up to 400 new branches, and ramp up small business lending.
But JP Morgan also says it will continue closing some of its less lucrative branches. For the first time ever, Starbucks baristas will get sick leave. The move is among a series of new benefits the coffee giant announced. Eligible employees will receive about 1 hour of sick leave for every 30 hours worked. In addition, baristas will receive $500 in stock grants.
And all U.S. hourly and salaried employees will receive a pay raise in April. Starbucks says it also plans to create more than 8,000 new full-time and part-time retail jobs, as well as create 500 manufacturing jobs at its soluble coffee plant in Georgia.
Disney is the latest company to give employees extra cash to celebrate the new tax bill.
The company announced Tuesday it will give 125,000 employees a $1,000 cash bonus. Disney also said it plans to invest $50 million in a tuition program for hourly employees.
A playful little kitten is looking for a new home.
Coming up, meet Ziggy and find out how you can take her home today and why she's not the only animal, there she is, available.
Oh, sweet. Cooking up a good recipe for good health later today on News 13 at 5:30. Cooking with spice may help you cut down on salt. The city of Asheville issues stiff penalties for illegal short-term rentals. Tonight at 6 in our reality check, why it can be hard for offenders to shake that label. cute little kitten there.
Sweet. Final look at weather does show that today is the coolest day of the next several. We'll start to warm up a bit as we head into Friday, and then another cool down by Monday. So overall, not too bad of a forecast. Just keep in mind it's going to be cold again tonight, so bundle up tomorrow morning. You still need that winter coat. I still have my winter coat out. Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
I wore it this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here at 5 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.
But that sunshine not going to stick around all day, I guess.
Well, you know, what's going to happen is tonight the cold air is going to move in, and that's going to change our weather pattern. So it's actually pretty okay, I should say, right now, because it's sunny and 47, but no miles per hour. So that does make it feel chillier, but at least we have the sunshine after a very dreary weekend with all the cloud cover. Winter weather advisory will begin at 7 o'clock this evening for those Tennessee border counties. That's going to last throughout the night and into tomorrow morning. Even in Asheville, we could see some more night tonight, so slick conditions tomorrow morning. We'll take a closer look at who could see the most snow and tracking another winter system in my full forecast. Lauren?
Ingrid, we had a lot of rain.
See that sunshine, yeah, but snow tonight, so that's going to be the change as we head back into the overnight hours. And then again on Thursday night, we have another chance for winter weather, and then again on Sunday. So a lot going on here. So first system is going to give us that northwest flow. So higher elevations near Tennessee, we'll see those snow showers tonight. Then we get a break between systems. We'll see high pressure move in, a lot of sunshine, and a bit milder conditions on Wednesday. But then our next system moves in. This is going to be late day Thursday and into Friday. That snow chance returns to western North Carolina. Let's take a closer look now, hour by hour. You can see plenty of sunshine out there this afternoon. This is at 2 o'clock today with still holding conditions, but not expecting any more rain. And then we see those clouds start to build, and especially over the highest elevations first as temperatures drop quicker, which is typical in higher elevations. We'll start to see some of that light snow. So that's when that winter weather advisory begins. But then it moves potentially even down into the valleys overnight while a lot of you are sleeping. And then it tapers off through tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Really, it's going to be very, very chilly as we go through the next several days. Winter weather advisory begins at 7 o'clock this evening for Graham, Swain, Haywood, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, and Avery counties. Notice areas like Buncombe County not in this advisory, so it doesn't meet that 1 to 3 inch criteria. Doesn't mean we won't see any snow. It's just likely not going to be much. Here's what we're thinking: to a ½ an inch of snow. Some higher elevation locations in Buncombe County could see accumulating snow. And those folks that typically see it in the highest elevations near Tennessee, you of course will be the ones that see the most. So we're thinking 1 to 3 inches in those communities. But of course, the highest elevations like 5,000 feet and above, like the Smokies, we could see more than 3 inches of snow in those spots. A closer look outside this afternoon shows a lot of wind. Look at the tops of these trees moving. A lot of sunshine as we end it. So that's something really nice to see as we head outside this afternoon. 6 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time. So that cold air is starting to move in. We're in the 40s and even some 50s out there this afternoon with the wind at 21 miles per hour. Makes it feel like a chilly 39 in Buncombe County. Watch as we go hour by hour. This is at 8 p.m. this evening. Feels like freezing in Asheville with that wind. And then it gets colder and colder overnight. Temperatures dropping down to the 20s, but with the wind, will make it feel like 7 tomorrow morning for your Tuesday morning commute. So even if you snow, make sure you have the winter coat because it's going to be very cold and it'll stay cold all day long. Feeling like 14 degrees at Thrushville, feeling like the 20s in Brevard, and then into the overnight hours, still very cold into Wednesday morning as well. To the middle 40s by Wednesday. That's going to be in between these two systems. 50s on Thursday with that second chance for snow this week, late Thursday and into early Friday, and a little bit cooler on Friday as well, which by the way is Groundhog Day, 43 degrees on Saturday as well, and another chance for a wintry mix on Sunday. So at this point, not everyone's under that winter weather advisory for tonight, but just 500 feet near the Tennessee line tomorrow morning. We'll have much more on that, of course, as we go throughout the evening hours with Jason. Back to you.
Here's politics taking center stage at the music industry's biggest night of the year. The 60th annual Grammy Awards were held in New York. Bruno Mars swept all 6 categories in which he was nominated. But things turned. Gibson has highlights.
To the stratosphere.
Consumer alert now as the tax season officially begins today. This year, millions of people could be at risk because of the Equifax data breach.
The IRS says there is a high risk of fake information for 145 million people was taken by hackers last year. It's prompted the IRS to add a verification code box on all W-2 forms.
You're also warned to follow your tax filing online. And the best advice, I feel like they say this every year, file it early.
Yeah. Keurig could become a beverage giant. The company is buying the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. This will mean brands like Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Keurig will be under one tent.
Keurig says Dr. Pepper Snapple shareholders will receive a little more than $103 per share. Shares of Dr. Pepper Snapple soared more than 36% before the opening bell today. The deal is expected to close in the second quarter.
Panera Bread is recalling its cream cheese product listeria contamination. Company officials say a recent sample tested positive for the bacteria.
This recall applies to cream cheese sold in Panera locations in the U.S. with an expiration date on or before April 2nd of this year.
So far, there have been no illnesses reported. A community pitching in to help pull off a special wedding.
Coming up, why making this memory was so significant for the groom. A single dry eye during one wedding ceremony.
A pair of high school sweethearts say I do. This is 19-year-old Dustin Snyder and new wife Sierra Snyder. They got engaged 4 days ago and are now married. About a year ago, before Dustin's 18th birthday, he was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer.
Yeah, he went into remission, but the cancer has unfortunately returned. Snyder was just given weeks to live. So he had one last wish to marry his high school sweetheart.
It's a beautiful venue, beautiful place. All the people I love, all my friends, family here. This is anything I could ever ask for.
The dress, the suit, the venue, everything was donated just days before the ceremony. The family got more than 7,000 requests to help the two tie the knot. A lot of people come together to make that happen for them. Weddings can be expensive.
A special memory for both of them. Let's get a final look at your forecast, everyone. The winter weather advisory will start at 7 p.m. this evening and last through Swain, Haywood, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, and Avery counties. Above 3,500 feet is where we're expecting that snow to really stick. Keep in mind it's pretty windy, so we could just see some of these flakes flying around, and that could create some visibility issues overnight tonight, too. Buncombe County, we can expect just some light snow to fall, so that could mean some slick spots Tuesday morning for your commutes. A lot of sunshine tomorrow. It's not going to help us much because it's only going to reach 35 degrees tomorrow. Very windy conditions, kind of like what we're seeing right now. A break between systems on Wednesday and a little bit of a warm-up Thursday, but it's Thursday night. Then again, we see another chance for some winter weather. And then again, as we head into Sunday. So once again, it's tonight and into tomorrow morning that we watch our forecast tonight because those model runs keep coming out. And if they change, that could really impact where you live and what you can see tomorrow.
All right, so we'll be tracking it all. Stay with us on air and online, WLOS.com.
Conditions as well. Highs tomorrow staying in the 30s. So that could be an issue for even Wednesday morning commute if you see accumulating snow where you live. Highest elevations above 5,000 feet could see closer to 3 to 6 inches, but it's going to be the Tennessee border counties above 3,500 feet that see 1 to 3 inches of snow. Into the valleys, as I mentioned, we could see some of those snow showers even fall into the Asheville area. Elevation dependent, but even in Asheville, we could see a dusting, potentially up to a ½ inch of snow fall into the region. So that's really going to make an issue for Tuesday morning's commute. So of course, it's going to be, once again, watching the bottom of your screen for the school closings, all of that fun stuff that we've had, unfortunately, a lot of so far this winter. Right now, we're just looking at some damp roadways and some fog outside your door and very mild conditions. But look at the blue on your screen. That's the cold air that's headed our way. So that's going to generate those snow showers tonight. And then again, Thursday night into Friday morning, we're watching as another system moves in and another chance for snow, another chance on Sunday. Don't forget Groundhog Day is this Friday. Back over to you.
No.
Any animal, for that matter.
It's just so bizarre to see the cat doing
It
that.
is, yeah. Ingrid?
All right, here's a look at your drivecast this morning. We're looking at fog this morning and a little bit of light rain moving out of the area, but clear skies by late morning. Windy this afternoon, this evening, the chance for some snow showers. So we had the hazard light out. What to wear? Well, today it's actually not going to be too bad of a day. It will be breezy, but actually temperatures staying in the upper 40s for most locations. Sunglasses needed as well, but tomorrow a big cool down. You'll need the winter coat and the winter hat. Keep it out for Wednesday as well. And Thursday it's going to be a little bit milder, so you can probably keep the winter hat at home. Back to you.
From Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 This Morning.
Talk about chubby, clumsy, and cute. A giant panda in China put on quite a show after the second snowfall this year.
Ken was so excited she practiced her gymnastic skills doing side rolls and backflips.
Aww.
The 4-year-old made good use of the slope too, sliding down that hill.
So cute.
That is adorable.
Something else that's cute is this little guy right here on our desk. What's going on, Jay?
Well, I came in this morning and this was on my desk.
Really?
Yes, it was dropped off at the station over the weekend from Ricky Briggs of Blue Moon Estate Sales. Thank you so much. And the irony in all this, as I turn it upside down, made in China.
Oh. There you go.
So appropriate for the pandas. Zakalak has already expressed interest
Is she gonna,
in this morning. Karen?
Kids really love pandas, so I thought it'd be a good thing to take home for the kiddos.
your kids?
All right,
like pandas.
I can pass it on to you.
Okay, I appreciate it, and thank you to the viewer who dropped
I
it
know,
off.
this is really cool. It's very different, and knowing that I don't like pandas, it now has a good new home.
Jay, you can't re-gift it.
No.
I guess that's what just happened. Ricky Briggs.
Ricky,
Thank you. That's very funny.
and you cannot re-gift Ricky's gift.
That needs to go on your desk.
That is going on your desk, and I'm not letting Karen's kids take it from
Oh,
you.
man. I tried.
That's funny.
That is.
Good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at our weather forecast because it is quickly changing this evening. Winter weather advisory begins at 7 p.m. tonight for these Tennessee border counties. We will even see some light snow down into valley locations. Here's the timeline. Monday evening, so tonight, Tennessee border counties will see this first through Monday night, tonight, and into tomorrow morning. In Asheville, it's going to take a little bit more time for that cold air to get to us, but I do think we will see some snowflakes flying by Tuesday morning. We'll talk more about how much snow is going to fall, who will see the most, coming up my full forecast. Right now, let's head over to the on-time traffic center. Adriana Mendez is in this morning for Katie.
Hey, good morning. So if you're heading out soon for your morning drive, you shouldn't run into any issues out there, but there are some areas with patchy fog, so that's something to just keep in mind before you leave. Taking a look at the majors out on I-26 from the Weaverville to Woodfin area, we're seeing posted speeds in both directions. The westbound side has clear roadways all the way to the Tennessee state line at about 60 miles per hour, but just remember there is continuing construction on both sides starting at 8 a.m. today. One lane will be closed between mile marker 12 and 18. So just keep that in mind. That'll last until 5 p.m. tonight. Now taking you live outside at I-26 at Biltmore Park. As you can see, traffic is kind of light right now. We're not seeing any delays out on I-26 in Buncombe County. That's traffic. Back over to you.
Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Kind of a dreary weekend, a lot of cloud cover and a decent amount of rain. That system has mostly moved to our east. Currently, we're just looking at clouds over Asheville, but some cold air has already moved in over the Smokies, highest elevations in Swain and Haywood counties near Tennessee. Up on the mountaintops, a couple flakes flying, a little bit of mixed precipitation occurring there. That's not going to turn out to be much of anything until tonight when we see another chance for that snow to move in. Cold air moves in, and as we head into tonight and into tomorrow, then we get a break between systems, and then our next system moves in Thursday, giving us yet another chance for some snow showers. So just in the next 5 days, we have 2 chances for snow. Let's track this first system first. You can see the wind coming out of the northwest. That's going to usher in the cold air. It's going to push the clouds out of our area first. So actually a lot of sunshine today. That's noon. But watch as we go through this evening. Start to see those clouds build over the mountains and a chance for some of those snow showers to develop. There's 10 o'clock tonight. A couple of those snow showers could even fall down into the valleys, but you can see it's primarily near Tennessee into tomorrow morning as well. There's 8 a.m. and then we see the sunshine return, but very windy conditions tomorrow with highs staying in the 30s. Here's a look at how much snow is expected to fall. Highest elevations above 5,000 feet, 3 to 6 inches potentially in areas in pink on your screen. That 1 to 3 inch range is going to be those border counties, especially above 3,500 feet. So this is all elevation dependent. So areas even in northern Buncombe County in high elevation spots could pick up accumulating snow. I'm expecting a dusting, potentially even a little bit more into areas in Asheville. It looks like the foothills and some of those areas further south and east really going to miss out on this system. So nothing like our last round when we kind of flip-flop those snowfall totals. Highest totals still going to be in our northern communities. This morning, fog out there and a little bit of light precipitation falling here and there. Other than that, we're going to see that gradual sunshine. Temperatures well above freezing right now in the upper 40s, but we cool down tonight to the 20s, stay in the 30s tomorrow. Dry on Wednesday. There's that next snowmaker on Thursday night into early Friday, which is Groundhog Day, by the way. And into this coming weekend, another chance for winter mix on Sunday. Adriana?
Hey, so good morning. There are no accidents or breakdowns to worry about this Monday morning. Traffic is looking pretty good across the mountains. If you're traveling from...
Well, we are calling on Ingrid right now because, make it a little dicey, especially this time tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Forecasting more snow. And I want to start with the radar and satellite this morning because we've gotten rid of most of this precipitation, but just the highest elevations kind of seeing a little bit of a mix in those higher zones in Swain County and northern portions of Haywood County. I haven't had any reports yet. This is just radar indicated, but you can see a little bit of that precipitation. This is not going to amount to anything, but tonight we have a greater chance for accumulating snow, and that's what we're going to be worried about. Drivecast this morning starts us off early with some fog. Clear by late morning. The majority of the day will actually be pretty nice and sunny, but windy. It's this evening that we've got the hazard light back out because snow showers begin in higher elevations. Adriana?
Monday, January 29th. I'm Jay Siltzer.
And I'm Lauren Brigman.
And I'm Ingrid Allstaedt. Very busy in the Weather Center this morning. A lot going on. I want to start with this winter weather advisory that will start this evening and run through tomorrow morning. 1 to 3 inches of snow possible in Graham, Swain, Haywood, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, and Avery counties above 3,500 feet. But even into the Asheville area, we could see some light snow showers fall down to the valley floor. So here's the timeline. Tennessee border counties starting this evening, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tonight in Asheville, we'll start to see a couple of those flakes fly. Foothills, unfortunately, going to miss out on this one. It's not going to be anything like our last round of snow, but nonetheless, we're looking at a slick start tomorrow morning, especially in higher elevations. We'll talk more about those snowfall totals expected in my full forecast. Adriana?
Well, good morning. There is an accident that Highway Patrol is working. It's out in Rutherford County. It's in the 6165 block of US 64. Highway Patrol says a vehicle hit a deer, so no injuries are reported, and that vehicle is pushed off to the side, but that area is very dark this early in the morning, so just be careful as troopers are out there assisting that motorist. The rest of the majors are all in the green this morning, meaning there are no traffic delays, and we're seeing posted speeds. So taking you live outside to I-240 using our Indigo camera, that inbound traffic on those eastbound lanes are looking really nice this morning. Traffic is starting to build, but things are moving just smoothly, so there are no issues or delays out on I-240 near the Jackbone Bridge. The traffic, Jay, over to you.
Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Happy Monday. Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look at your headlines for this week. Snow potentially tonight for a lot of us. Again, Thursday night and maybe even on Sunday. That's 3 chances this week to see some winter weather. The rain over the weekend has mostly moved out of our area. Now just looking at a lot of cloud cover in Asheville, with the exception of the Tennessee border counties, seeing a little bit of a mix right now with a little bit of snow and maybe even a little bit of rain mixed in with that. Highest elevations, very high mountaintops, seeing that at the moment. Haven't had any reports of that. It's just over on the radar, especially over on the Tennessee side. Once again, that could impact those zones. After that system tonight moves in, I want to look ahead here because cold air is going to move in. It's going to be frigid tomorrow with windy conditions, and then tracking our next system. That's going to be Thursday into Friday. So that's the short-term forecast here. We have a couple chances for some snow this week. Let's look hour by hour now and notice these little lines, the wind vectors pulling out of the northwest. So that's going to be the cold air moving in as we go into tonight. So there's lunchtime. Enjoy this afternoon because we're going to see a lot of sunshine. It will be a bit breezy, but not expecting any sort of precipitation. A nice break from what we saw over the weekend. But here it occurs on the Tennessee border line, really around 7 p.m. We start to see some flakes fly, especially overnight. Some of those snow showers could even make it down into the valleys into tomorrow morning. That snow tapers off, and then we'll see a lot of sunshine and once again windy and cold tomorrow. Highest elevations above 5,000 feet. We'll see 3, potentially even more, closer to that 6-inch mark. We're talking the highest mountaintops there, so over the Smokies, for example. But any counties along the Tennessee border above 3,500 feet, 1 to 3 inches. In Asheville, we're expecting just a dusting, even into the southern portions of the county, but the northern portions and elevations above 3,500 feet, that's where we could see closer to maybe 1 inch to 3 inches. So it's all, of course, dependent upon the elevation where you live, whether or not you could see some of this snow. But it's that typical northwest snow event, so we are expecting that to occur tonight. This morning, Silva is showing a little bit of fog and some damp roadways, but well above freezing. We're at 45 degrees, waiting for that cold air to move in. It'll spill in and stick around Tuesday with a high of only 35. We had a break between these systems Wednesday, but it's short-lived because that next round enters Thursday and into Friday, which is Groundhog Day, by the way. And again, this weekend, we see a bit of a mix on Sunday. Adriana?
So good morning. We aren't seeing any major problems out on the roads, but you might run into some patchy fog, so it's something to just keep in mind before you head out. Starting off in Haywood.
Let's take a look outside this morning because some interesting things happening on this radar. Look at here in the northern zones in Swain and Haywood County, seeing a mixed precipitation. So a bit of a mess in those areas this morning, but it's really nothing compared to what we're going to see tonight. Now, we're going to see this snow chance increase in those Tennessee border counties starting at 7 p.m. and into tomorrow morning. 1 to 3 inches of snow possible, but we could even see a dusting down into the valley. So I do have this on our snow timeline. It starts a little bit earlier in those advisory counties starting this evening, lasting through tomorrow morning. We have to wait for the cold air to move in Asheville. We could see some light snow overnight. The foothills going to miss out on this one, but those highest elevations you can expect slick roadways Tuesday morning. Adriana?
Hey, so the roadways are getting a little bit busier, so we are starting to see a couple more issues pop up. First, there is an accident out on US 64.
Big weather changes coming this week.
Yeah, you know, over the weekend, kind of dreary. It was rainy, it was cloudy. We will see the sunshine today. Enjoy it because the changes take shape tonight. That's when the chance for snow increases into Tuesday morning, especially in higher elevations near Tennessee. So kind of those typical spots that see snow when we're talking about the northwest snow flow that you've heard us talk about. Windy tomorrow with a high of only 35, so make sure you have the winter gear ready to go tomorrow morning. We get a break between systems on Wednesday, then another chance Thursday night into Friday. Groundhog Day, don't forget, is this Friday.
He's retreating to that hole, too.
We'll have to wait and see.
I was hoping and praying we were done with the snow.
I know.
Not quite. We've still got February and March.
I'm so over
You're from
it.
Wisconsin.
I know, but I don't like it.
Well,
like
I don't
look
either.
At it,
I don't
not driving it. So
Yeah.
Hopefully the roads were okay this morning, though.
Yeah, they're okay this morning. We just saw some areas with fog, so just keep that in mind if you're heading out soon. There are no major delays out there right now.
All right. Thanks very much for joining us. GMA is next, right here on News 13. For more local news and weather, check us out online at WLOS.com.
And Ingrid and I will see you again at noon.
Weather precipitation. Ingrid?
All right, good morning, everyone. Yeah, we're tracking the system, and it starts from the west and, of course, moves eastward. So let's take that graphic and show you the timeline of the system. West areas Tuesday morning. So we're looking late this morning. We could see some snow showers move in. Tomorrow morning it ends. Asheville, we have to wait a little while. We have to wait for the moisture to enter the region. We also have to wait for temperatures to drop off because high temperatures today will be around 40 degrees. So it's going to be a late day system. As that temperature drops, we could see some of that light snow develop. And then eastern communities, including the foothills and upstate, it's going to last just a little bit longer in those areas in through Wednesday morning. It could mean slick conditions into Wednesday, depending on what falls today and overnight. Winter weather advisory is only out for Haywood, Swain, Graham, Clay, and Cherokee counties. This is from 10 a.m. this morning until 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, with some light accumulations possible in those spots. But everyone could see some snow. I'll show you the totals expected coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Tracking this Alberta Clipper system, the main low is to our north near the Great Lakes, but you can see the swath of blue. That's, of course, the snow spanning from the northeast all the way into Texas. So that cold air has stayed far south into the deep south, southeast, and that is going to mean the chance for some winter weather as we head throughout the next several hours. Right now, we're just looking at some clouds moving in and otherwise clear skies in Asheville, and it has been pretty cold over the last couple of mornings. We're actually a couple degrees warmer than what we felt yesterday, but still well below freezing. Winter weather advisory is out from 10 a.m. this morning until tonight into 1 a.m. tomorrow morning for Haywood, Swain, Graham, Cherokee, and Clay counties. Those locations we're thinking could see more accumulating snow, but everyone has the chance for scattered snow showers today. So let me show you the timeline of this event hour by hour. There is still that chance for a couple snowflakes to fly earlier than what this model is showing, but I want to show you later on here. This is 4 p.m. Western communities seeing the snowfall. It moves further eastward as we head closer to that dinner time hour. Some flakes flying in Asheville, so the majority of the day is going to be dry today in Asheville until the evening hours. The sun goes down, the temperature drops below freezing, and watch as that chance for snow actually moves into the foothills and even into the Piedmont through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. A closer look at the snowfall accumulations does show that once again, those highest elevations near Tennessee will see the accumulating snow. That's that 1 to 3 inch range. The rest of us not as likely to see accumulating snow, but we're not completely ruling it out. Now notice there is this chunk here that's not in the white. It doesn't mean that you won't see any snow showers, but once again, areas east of western North Carolina could see a bit more in terms of that accumulation. So that's something we're worried about. Cold air is something else we're worried about spilling in from the north. 22 degrees in Asheville right now, but adding in that wind chill, it's going to feel so much colder as we go throughout the day tomorrow. In fact, feeling like about 10 below at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Looking ahead now to that 7-day forecast, it continues to show a warm up. So that'll be nice as we head into the weekend. Temperatures rebounding to the upper 50s. So at least that's something to look forward to. Back over to you.
For our See It, Send It picture.
This is sunset on Lake Junaluska from Ed Green.
You can send us your pictures through our website at WLOS.com or use our News 13 app. Just click on the See It, Send It.
All right, the scoop on the weather, Ingrid, is that we could have some precipitation headed our way.
Yes, the National Weather Service has updated this winter weather advisory. So this is just into the Weather Center just a couple of minutes ago. And look at what's happening. It's what I explained earlier. So it's going to start in western communities and then move eastward. So we're looking at noon to 7 a.m. for the winter weather advisory in areas like Swain County, also into Haywood County and Graham County. And likely that's going to be above 3,500 feet. The winter weather advisory then extends into the French Broad River Valley. That's from 6 p.m. until 7 a.m. tomorrow. That includes Avery, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, and Buncombe counties, as well as Jackson, Transylvania, and Henderson counties in our viewing area. And then it extends eastward even more so. That winter weather advisory will begin at 10 p.m. and that will last until noon on Wednesday. So light snow still possible in those counties, including McDowell County, Polk County, also Rutherford and Burke counties. Once again, that's going to likely be in the highest elevations in those counties, but some folks not used to seeing that snow in the foothills. So that's something to be mindful of as we head into tonight into tomorrow at noontime. We'll continue to update you on any changes as we go throughout the show, so stay with us.
To you, it's Tuesday, January 16th. I'm Holly Hedrick.
And I'm Jay Siltzer. Let's go straight to Ingrid Allstaedt in the Weather Center to get an update on what we can expect with this next round of winter weather. Ingrid, you're timing it out for us.
Yeah, and the timeline I think is important for this because it's not going to start all at the same time. Let's take a look right now at the snowfall timeline. Starting around noon in our far western communities, lasting throughout the evening hours and tapering off by tomorrow morning. That's where we can expect that snow to begin. A little bit later in the French Broad River Valley, that does include Asheville, so it's looking more like an evening event and overnight. And then it starts to taper off once again early tomorrow morning. A little bit more delayed in those eastern communities like the foothills and slick conditions tomorrow morning, especially, of course, where we see accumulating snowfall. So this is just light snow expected. And of course, higher elevations will see more, but you get an idea here. The National Weather Service has expanded this winter weather advisory to include all of western North Carolina, part of the upstate, And now all the way out towards Charlotte and even further. So if you're traveling, a heads up there, the system's continuing to move from west to east. And that will, of course, mean some snow showers, even in areas that typically don't see snow. So we're talking areas even in Rutherford County. We'll talk much more about how much snow could fall, where we could see the most in just a few minutes. Back to you.
For News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning and welcome back, everyone. We are tracking this Alberta Clipper system. It generated, of course, from Canada, a lot of cold air associated with it and some precipitation. You can see the stream of moisture all the way down to Texas right now. So seeing some snow showers moving closer to the Tennessee River Valley right now. Still in the clear. We are dry right now, so get out and do whatever you need to do this morning. There's no threats on the roadways and even through about noontime. And then things start to change. Here's the winter weather advisory. Starting at noon, Graham, Swain, and Haywood counties could start to see some of that precipitation fall. It's not going to be until this evening that we see our northern communities and our southwestern mountains begin to see some of that snowfall. And then as that system moves eastward from 10 p.m. this evening until noon tomorrow, we could see some of that snow moving out of our viewing area. I'll time this out a little bit closer here for you, hour by hour. Once again, right now, no threat. So if you want to get out, kids go to school, no issues there. So as we head into 4 p.m. hour, we start to see some of those snow showers, and then those snow showers will move closer to Asheville by around dinner time. So a lot of folks heading home from work at that time, that could be a hazard on the roadways. And then into the foothills as we head past 10 p.m. Watch what happens into tonight, into tomorrow morning as well. There's 5 a.m. We see those showers move eastward, closer to Charlotte at that time, and even further eastward towards Greensboro and Winston-Salem. Then we see clear skies on the back end of this on Wednesday and very cold conditions expected. Here's a look at the snowfall accumulation map, and once again it's highlighting those typical spots above 3,500 feet for 1 to 2 inches of snow, maybe a little bit closer to the 3-inch mark in areas like 5,000 feet and above. So that's going to be the blue shaded areas on your screen. Now as we head further south and into the upstate, we're looking at just some light snowfall accumulations, but we could even see there's kind of a big question mark for folks outside of our viewing area eastward whether or not they could see a little bit or a lot of snow, but that snow chance is out for the middle portion of the state. Now I want to show you this big map because this is showing very cold air. Look at this, minus 17 in Bismarck. Minneapolis feels like 1 below 0. So it's very cold air moving into our region. So right now it's in the 20s, but it gets even colder, and then that wind picks up as that cold front moves through. So here's 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, feels like minus 10 in the Asheville area. Here's your 7-day, and it shows getting warmer by the time we hit Thursday and Friday, back to the upper 40s. Into this coming weekend, not bad. We've got upper 50s with a chance for some rain showers. Back to you.
24 local restaurants are tailoring their menus and prices for Asheville Restaurant Week.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live with what's on the menu at one of those participating restaurants, Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. So Lauren, what are you making?
We are making the baby arugula salad. We're here with Josh Chapman. He's the executive chef, and they have a special dinner menu. It started yesterday, runs through the 26th, Monday through Friday. And Josh, tell us how we get started.
Well, we take a little bit of our fresh baby arugula and we dress it with our shallot vinaigrette.
Okay.
Our shallot vinaigrette consists of like shallots and lemon juice. So that way, if you want a wine pairing, it's not going to break through that wine.
Got it. Okay.
We're just going to take this, set it right here on this plate.
And this is one of the customers' favorites, you tell me.
Very much so, yeah. We've been doing it for a long time here, and every time we try to take it off the menu, people demand it.
And so that's kind of how you guys came up with your special menu at some of those favorites, right?
Very much so, yeah.
Okay.
We came up with some things on our menu where it's like we're taking, like the meatloaf, we don't serve that on a daily basis because it's a kind of a bigger dish.
Right.
Really filling, but we bring it back for Restaurant Week.
Okay, show us what else goes on here.
So if you want to take a little bit of some toasted walnuts.
Okay.
Crumble those on top. And, a lot of people like to toss things in the dressing. With us, it's, on this one, it's kind of like they'll mix it in as they cut through it.
Okay.
And then if you want to, we like to always do a little bit of fresh julienne pear. Now, we use a Japanese mandolin, and it's super sharp. Yep, there you go.
It's coming out there.
There we go,
There
yeah.
we go. Fresh ingredients.
Fresh
Always
ingredients,
the
there you go.
All right.
And that looks great.
Okay. And then you top it off with a little bit of, is that salt?
Well, yeah, we already threw that into
Got
the
it.
salad as we mixed
Okay.
it up. So
Beautiful. And so the menu features an appetizer like this, and then you get your entree as
very
well,
much
right?
so, yeah. So we do 2 for $28, and what we used to do, you know, 3 for $30, but we decided to kind of step it back a little bit and do 2 for $28. That way, if you're still hungry at the end, you can still get dessert, because we do have a lovely dessert menu.
Okay, so we're going to show you what could go along with this as that main entree. We're doing the pecan-crusted trout. That's coming up in the 5:30 half hour. Asheville Restaurant Week, more than 24 restaurants participating. Of course, you can come by for dinner here at the Corner Kitchen. What time do you open for dinner?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Dinner starts here. And of course, they serve breakfast and lunch as well. We are live from the Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
You had their pecan crusted trout?
I have.
It is delicious.
It is just unbelievable. So are the temperatures once again in our area.
Unbelievable. Ingrid, it's cold.
It is cold. We're at 22 degrees right now in Asheville, 20 in Forest City, 24 in Greer, and feeling the teens in Franklin. Now, this afternoon, we're actually expected to warm above freezing. Of course, this is important because we're forecasting another winter system. So 40s for highs by early afternoon, but then temperatures continue to drop off. And then we see that snow chance. But the wind chill really is going to feel just brutal through the overnight hours. Here's 11 p.m. Feels like 6 in Asheville. Gets even worse into Wednesday morning. So along with that slick roadway, the slick roadways, minus 10 in Asheville is the wind chill. Feels like 0 in Lake Lure. Still cold as we go throughout the day tomorrow. 3 p.m. feels like 0. So make sure you have all that winter gear with you. Back over to you, Jay.
And Ingrid with the answer in the Weather Center.
Good morning, Jay and Holly and everyone at home. I want to start with the timeline of this event because I think this is pretty crucial to this system moving in, so how you can plan your day. Starting in our western communities, we're expecting late morning, more around that noon hour, we could start to see some of those flakes flying as temperatures continue to cool from west to east, lasting through the overnight hours. In Asheville, it's going to be a clear day. It's going to be overnight tonight, maybe starting around this evening with some of that light snow, and then eastern communities is going to be a little bit more delayed. Slick conditions possible by Wednesday morning. And the National Weather Service has issued the winter weather advisory now for all of western North Carolina, much of the upstate, and actually those advisories extend all the way out towards Raleigh. So this could be kind of a repeat of what we saw a couple weeks ago with even the Piedmont seeing some of that snow. But back here at home, the timeline here is from noon to 7 a.m. These western communities, Southern Mountains, Asheville, and areas north, 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then later on tonight for the foothills and areas eastward. We'll talk much more about snowfall totals coming up in a moment.
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back, everyone, and good morning. This low pressure system is right now over the Great Lakes, but this cold front associated with it is spanning all the way down towards Texas, where they're seeing snow right now. So you can see that cold air is really far down across the southeast and, of course, back here at home. Just looking at cloud cover right now. If you want to get out and about this morning, go ahead. No threat out there. Now is the time, because we will see that weather pattern change as we head into the second half of today. So here's the winter weather advisory alerts for this afternoon. It starts at noontime in these western zones. Graham, Swain, and Haywood County in particular could see some of that snow begin to fall, but it's going to be throughout the day and then maybe even some snowflakes flying overnight. It's going to take some time for that cold air and precipitation to make its way towards Asheville. So the majority of the day we're looking good. It's going to be this evening and into tomorrow morning that we see some of that light snowfall. And then even in areas that typically don't see snowfall, when we're talking about these snowfall events, areas into the foothills and eastward, we have that winter weather advisory beginning not until 10 p.m. tonight. So it's going to be a little bit later. And of course, that does also go down to the upstate. Tracking this hour by hour, this model wants to delay the snowfall until a little bit later. Once again, that advisory starts at noon in these communities, but this is at 4 o'clock. So you can start to see some of that snow begin to fall, move its way further eastward into the Asheville area. And we could see some, of course, even in the foothills, as I mentioned, later on today. That's 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So even into the Charlotte area, out towards Greensboro and as far east as Raleigh, under winter weather advisories right now. So we'll continue to watch as that system moves east, and then we see clear skies tomorrow and very cold conditions. So black ice will be a concern, potentially even into Thursday morning. Notice this hole here in my Futurecast. Don't be taken off guard by that. We could still see some light snow showers even in the foothill locations, but the highest elevation spots like 3,500 feet and above near Tennessee still forecasted to see that 1 to 3 inch range, but areas in Asheville could see a little bit less than that. But the bottom line is this evening into tomorrow morning, we will expect some light snow to fall. It is in the 20s right now, but I want to make you aware that it will warm above freezing today. So that's the time lag. We have to wait for that cold air to spill back in tonight. Then we see that snow chance again. 24 for a high tomorrow. It's going to be the most brutal day of the week before we start to warm up. And into this coming weekend, not looking bad. In fact, warming up to the upper 50s with a slight chance for rain. Back over to you.
It is Asheville Restaurant Week. This morning we are live here at the Corner Kitchen. We're making one of the crowd favorites, pecan crusted trout. We're cooking it up with the chef coming up live.
And today we are visiting one of the restaurants featured this year.
News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from the Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. And Lauren, you're showing off one of the entree selections now.
One of my favorites as well, the pecan crusted trout. So we actually made that just a minute or two ago. We're talking with Josh Chapman this morning. He's the executive chef here at Corner Kitchen. And so Josh, what goes along with this?
We like to do a green bean salad, but we do it with dehydrated shallots and some toasted almonds.
Okay.
So it's all kind of, it's not that traditional like vinegary green bean salad. So we like to just do sauteed green beans. We cook the al dente.
Beautiful. What's your favorite part about Asheville Restaurant Week? Being able to bring back some of these favorites?
It's kind of, bringing back these favorites and actually watching people's reactions to them as well. It really pleases people. They come in, they have a good time. They get to actually really enjoy our food that we do here.
And so they are offering a special dinner menu. It's 2 for $28, so you get the choice of an appetizer. We showed you that baby arugula salad last half hour, and then the pecan crusted trout is one of 3 options for your entree. Now, what did you just put on that?
That is our whipped ginger sweet potatoes. So we kind of take a medley of sweet potatoes and actually like red bliss potatoes, boil them separately, combine them with a little bit of ginger juice that we make here in house as well.
And you're adding the trout.
Yeah, so we'll put that like that.
Lots of color.
And then we'll just take our almonds that I was talking about, so it kind of gives people that crunch effect right there. And then what we also do, which I think is really kind of cool, is it's kind of an old classic, but we like to do it here a lot, is sweet potato threads. So we just kind of cook these at a fryer at a low temperature until they get super crispy and basically start bubbling.
Awesome.
We're going to finish that off with a little bit of our bourbon sauce.
Oh, artwork on a plate, it looks like.
And that's it.
Beautiful. Remind everyone what time dinner is served here.
5 o'clock. We can go 5 to 9 Monday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday we do to 9:30.
Okay, and their special menu is offered Monday through Friday this week and next week. So plenty of time to come in and check it out. Now, coming up next half hour, we're actually checking out what's on the menu at their sister restaurant as Chestnut in downtown Asheville. So that's coming up. We're live here at the Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
I know it's not even 6 o'clock, but I would totally eat that for breakfast.
Oh, I would too, with some grits.
That looks so good.
Some cheese.
Ingrid, it's a very tasty dish. I've had it before.
In a second, I would eat that. So, Lauren, you can pack that up in a to-go box. We will eat it. Here's a look at the radar and satellite imagery, and you can see this cold front across the country here from the Great Lakes all the way into Texas. So we're seeing some snow further south and will, of course, forecast that snow as we go closer into the second half of today. So the majority of the morning hours, no worries on the roadways. But I want to show you what's going to happen here. Behind that cold front, very cold air. This is our wind chill futurecast model. Feels like 6 at 11 p.m. But into tomorrow morning, it feels like -10 in Asheville. Feels like -8 in Hendersonville. Very cold all day tomorrow. Breezy as well. Feels like 0 at 3 p.m. tomorrow. When kids are getting out of school. 17 in Forest City, and it stays very chilly through Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. There's 6 a.m. on Thursday, feels like 2 in Asheville. Back to you.
16th. I'm Holly Hedrick.
I'm Jay Siltzer.
And I'm Ingrid Allstaedt. Yeah, we have been talking about this snow since yesterday, at least, if not before. The timeline hasn't changed much, but I want to go over this with you. It's going to be late today in our western communities, so more around that noon hour, could be late morning, a couple flakes flying in areas west of Asheville, and then throughout the day today. Asheville, it's going to take some time for temperatures to drop below freezing, so it's going to be an evening, late evening, overnight event, and then areas eastward, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you can expect some slick roadways in most of western North Carolina as we head into tomorrow morning. National Weather Service, has changed since overnight. They have expanded the winter weather advisory for all of western North Carolina and into the foothills and, of course, down into the upstate as well. So you can see the timeline there moving from west to east, a little bit earlier areas west, and of course later in the foothills. We'll talk how much snow will fall in these zones coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes. Katie, how's it looking on the roads right now?
Weather and on-time traffic together every 10 minutes and actually looking really good if you're just preparing to get out the door. Let's go ahead and take a look. If you live in Madison County or northern Buncombe County, future I-26 east and westbound, smooth sailing, a lot of green here. Drivers there clocking in past that Riverside Drive exit at about 50 miles an hour. How about a live look not too far from this spot, I-240 here at the Bowen Bridge from our Lesser Flooring Skycam network. Looking really good here east and westbound. No trouble spots out there just yet for your Tuesday morning commute. Holly?
Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning and welcome back, everyone. This Alberta Clipper is currently over the Great Lakes region, but the associated cold front you can see creating snow showers, this swath of moisture all the way down to Texas. Right now, just looking at some clouds moving into our northern communities, but staying dry for the morning hours, and then it changes once we hit that noon hour. That's when the first winter weather advisory begins in Graham, Swain, and Haywood counties, and it lasts throughout the entire day until 7 a.m. tomorrow. In the French Broad River Valley, it's going to take a little bit longer for temperatures to drop and for any sort of moisture to arrive. So it's going to be more around the dinner time hour, but overnight and into tomorrow morning, we will see those light snow showers fall. And then into the foothills, we have a 10 p.m. to noon advisory out. And just a heads up, if you're traveling or have friends or family east of western North Carolina, we have these advisories out as far east as Raleigh. But you can see the upstate also included in this, including Pickens, Greenville, Spartanburg counties as well. So northeast Georgia also in that. So anywhere you're traveling across the southeast, just a heads up tonight, it will be a bit slick on those area roadways. Let's track this for you hour by hour. Once again, the majority of the day, we're not going to see the snowfall. It's going to be late day. There's 4 p.m. Starting to see it in those western communities around dinner time. We could see some of those snowflakes flying even in Asheville, but definitely beyond sundown into the overnight hours, into the foothills as well as that system moves further eastward. And then we'll see clearing skies and much colder conditions with highs staying in the 20s on Wednesday. So there could be the potential for even black ice Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Highest elevations above 3,500 feet will see the most snow, that 1 to 3 inch range. I think lighter snowfall accumulations across the area. Notice this hole here in this radar. Well, we still expect some snow to fall in those spots. So people not necessarily expecting the snowfall in the foothills, you likely will still see that as we head throughout the day today and into early tomorrow. 22 in Asheville, but notice the temperature will warm above freezing later today. 40s for highs. So that's why there's that lag as to when that snow will fall. We have to wait for the temperatures to get close to freezing. And then, of course, they drop well below that tomorrow. Once again, highs staying in the 20s. 12 is the low on Wednesday night. So a dangerous wind chill factor as we head into tonight, throughout the day tomorrow, and overnight on Wednesday. But then it gets warmer. So it's a quick cool down. It's not going to be that cold wave like what we dealt with a couple weeks ago. Saturday and Sunday, we've got upper 50s, low 50s Monday with a chance for some rain showers. Katie?
And how are things looking out there for your Tuesday drive? Pretty quiet out there so far. Let's take
It is Asheville Restaurant Week, and oh my goodness, the tasty options that are out there. We are live with Chestnut, the executive chef, coming up live.
Are tailoring their menus and prices for Asheville Restaurant Week.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live this morning from Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. And Lauren, I understand its sister restaurant is also participating.
That's right, Chestnut, which is located in downtown Asheville. So we wanted to give you a look at what their special menu has to offer for Restaurant Week. Brian Crow, the executive chef, joining us now. And Brian, you're showing us your take on sweet potatoes.
Yes, so sweet potatoes kind of a southern staple. Also is sorghum. So what we did is we combined the two and create like a really nice sweet potato mash.
Okay, so show us how do you get started?
So what we got here is we're going to take our sweet potato, peel it, chop it into uniform pieces, and basically just stew it down until it's nice and tender. Okay. We add some thyme, bay leaves, a little butter, and a little salt and pepper. We like to take our ricer and rice them to kind of create really nice smooth consistency. It's not as rustic as your typical mash.
Okay.
From there, after we get done ricing and mashing the sweet potatoes up, we kind of plate it up. This goes with our braised pork shank.
Okay, so this is on the menu for Restaurant Week as one of the sides?
Yes.
Okay. And so they're kind of doing the same thing that Corner Kitchen is doing. It's a 2 for $28 option. You get an appetizer and then the entree. So you add the sorghum.
Yeah,
next.
we add a nice little dollop of sorghum right on top.
Beautiful. And then these?
And some crispy sweet frites just to kind of give it a nice texture.
Okay.
Kind of play off the sweet potato.
Beautiful.
And some fresh chives for a nice little color and a little bite to the dish.
A little bite. There we go. Yum. We're going to try that. Coming up next half hour, what else are we making?
We're making a lobster bisque, one of our staples at Chestnut.
Okay, so you don't want to miss that. What time do you all open for dinner as well?
We open at 5 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, all the way to 9 p.m. and then 5 p.m. on Friday and Saturday to 9:30.
Okay, and of course they are located in downtown Asheville, but we are live this morning here at Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
Us now with an update.
Okay, I want to show you that front right now, and here it is moving through the Tennessee River Valley. It's going to take some time before it gets here. We're going to see some snowflakes fly around noontime in our western communities, but not likely until around dinner time in the Asheville area and then in the foothills tonight. It's going to be very cold behind that cold front. There's 11 p.m. tonight. Feels like 6 in Asheville. That wind is really going to pick up. Brutally cold conditions tomorrow morning. Feels like -10 in Asheville. And then cold all day tomorrow. Feels like 0 at 3 p.m. Cold again as temperatures drop down even more so on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So it feels like 2 in Asheville at 6 a.m. for your Thursday morning commute. And we could still see some black ice at that time because of what's going to fall today and tonight. Katie.
Let's just say that
did not happen overnight or anything.
But if I'm a Panthers player and I'm off for the holiday,
yeah,
I'm just thinking I'm heading to the Bahamas or somewhere.
Like a tropical location.
That's my thought.
Some people like the snow, Jay.
Okay.
People like go skiing and snowboarding. Have you heard of like Vail?
That's a big
Yeah, I've heard of it. Never been.
Well, you know, we'll have our own snow, actually, from Mother Nature as we head into the second half of today. So here's the snow timeline. It's going to be light accumulations, but it starts in our western communities first. So right around noontime throughout the day and then into early tomorrow morning. Asheville area, it's going to be a little bit later, closer to the dinner time hour, and then overnight, and then areas east, it's going to be overnight tonight. Slick conditions possible by Wednesday morning. This is different. If you're just joining us this morning, last night, it didn't look like this. The winter weather advisory is now all of western North Carolina and parts of the upstate, including Greenville and Spartanburg and into the foothills. And you can see the timeline there on your screen of the expected snow. We'll talk about how much more snow could fall, who could see the most coming up in just a few minutes in my full forecast. But right now, let's head over to Katie Killen for a closer look on the roads.
Good Tuesday morning weather and on-time traffic together every 10 minutes. A couple of slow patches out there as you get out the door. Tunnel Road here over on the east side of town. Heading eastbound as folks come away from I-240, speeds there near Governor's View Road about 25 miles an hour. Something to think about if you're headed that way. About a live look at I-240 here at the Charlotte Street exit as well as that Merriman Avenue exit. And you can see folks cruising right along here. No big trouble spots in that direction.
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning, everyone. We are watching and waiting as a cold front is expected to move through today. And along with that, cold weather and snow. Right now you can see the swath of moisture from New England all the way down to Texas, where there are some winter storm warnings out right now. In Asheville, just looking at some clouds moving in from the west, dry conditions for the first half of the day, and then things start to change. The winter weather advisory will begin in our western communities around noontime, lasting throughout the day. It's going to be a bit delayed as we wait for the moisture to move eastward. Around dinner time in Asheville, that winter weather advisory will begin, and then even later on from 10 p.m. till noon Wednesday in the foothill locations. And you can see down into the upstate also included in this winter weather advisory. And the criteria for that is accumulating light snow 1 to 3 inches. This comes from the National Weather Service. And by the way, if you're traveling or maybe you have friends or family in the eastern portion of the state, these advisories go all the way out towards Raleigh. So it's going to be a messy commute for tomorrow morning. Futurecast radar shows sunshine for your 8 a.m. commute, looking pretty dry and clear. Watch as those clouds build. Here's 4 p.m. Start to see some of those snow showers in those western communities moving through. There's dinner time in Asheville, and then later on into the evening, we continue to see those snow chances, and then into the foothills as that system moves further east into tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, the cold air moves into Asheville as we go into tonight and tomorrow morning, with highs staying in the 20s all day tomorrow, and that's not even the wind chill. Accumulating snowfall, highest elevations near Tennessee will see the most, closer to that 3-inch range. All across western North Carolina, even into the foothills, we still, once again, have that chance for accumulating light snow. So it could be anywhere from a ½ an inch to potentially closer to that inch mark in some locations, especially out towards Haywood County, where that snow will start to fall first, including those western communities. But you get the bottom line here. We are expecting winter weather as we go through late today, but mainly overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It is below freezing right now. We're at 22 in Asheville, but notice we will warm above the freezing mark through the afternoon. Then that cold air moves in, so we have to wait for temperatures to drop back down to freezing late day today and into tonight. Snow tapers off early tomorrow. It'll be a slick commute, potentially even Thursday morning if some snow is still left on the ground, some black ice concerns there. And then that's it. Look at that, warming up. That's some good news. Friday and into this coming weekend, middle to upper 50s with a few rain showers by early next week. Katie?
No accidents out there, but a couple of busy roads that could impact your drive here on your Tuesday.
More Village.
Lauren, you're showing us what's on the menu at a couple of the participating restaurants.
That's right. We were live with the executive chef of Corner Kitchen during the 5:30 segments. And of course, Corner Kitchen's sister restaurant is Chestnut, which is located in downtown Asheville. So Brian Crow, their executive chef, here with us. Now, Brian, we're making a lobster bisque, right?
Yes, lobster bisque. What great for some of this cold weather we have now.
Exactly.
So we start with some lobster that's just kind of cooked and chopped up in the bowl. And we're going to pour this hot bisque right over that lobster.
Smells great.
Starts with a lot of flavor. We make a lobster stock that has just a lot of flavor with aromatics.
Okay.
And we finish it off with a little bit of dollop of a Troy & Sons Oak Reserve cream.
Okay. There we go.
And some fresh chives. This is a staple at Chestnut.
And how do you go about choosing your menu? I understand it changes about every month, right?
Yes, at Chestnut we focus on seasonal menus. We try to highlight all those seasonal items at the peak, at their peak,
right.
And kind of do monthly menus. So every month we kind of change the menu. We do a full-on tasting, get to taste all the food, critique it, and kind of go from there. What
a fun job! I said, sign me up for that. That sounds awesome. Right. And so your special menu for Restaurant Week, 2 for $28. So you get an appetizer and then an entree. Would this be an appetizer? This would be considered an appetizer. Okay.
So you get an option of a super salad, and then we got 3 really great entree options as well.
Okay. Now, last half hour we made the sorghum sweet potatoes, right?
Yes.
We're going to try that. Is this on the menu as well?
That is on the menu. That's paired with our cider braised pork shank.
Wow.
Some southern style beans.
That is good.
Mustard demi.
Very sweet. I'm going to dig in here too. Let's try it.
Yeah, please do.
And it's very warm for a cold day. That is tasty. You've got to try it yourself. Tell everybody what time you open for dinner.
We open at 5 every day. We close at 9 o'clock Sunday through Thursday and 9:30 on Friday, Saturday.
All right. And of course, more than 24 Asheville restaurants participating in this. So you've got to try it yourself. Quite tasty. We are live from the Corner Kitchen in Biltmore Village. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
It does look good.
It does. Lauren, you've been sampling all morning. What's the best thing you had?
Oh my goodness, too hard to pick, Jay. I've got to tell you, you can try both. You can go to Corner Kitchen one day, Chestnut the other day. I would recommend everything that we've shown you, from that pecan-crusted trout to the lobster bisque. Those are two of my favorites.
Yeah, you've had a good morning, Lauren. Thanks.
Dozens of volunteers teamed up with area organizations.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. You can see that cold front on your screen. This is our radar and satellite imagery and the swath of snow spanning from the northeast all the way down to Texas right now. And that cold front will continue to move closer to our area and allow some cold air to mix in with some of that rain. Of course, then we'll see some snow. So here's the winter weather advisory. It has now been extended. This is different from what we showed you yesterday. They've expanded it now. 1 to 3 inches of snow possible in areas in purple, with highest elevations closer to that higher end of 3 inches. I think it's going to be anywhere from 1 to 2 for most locations. Noon to 7 a.m. in our western communities, with 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's when we could see the snow here in Buncombe County and areas like Henderson and Transylvania as well. Into the foothills, Polk and Rutherford, it could be a little bit later tonight into tomorrow morning. You can expect slicked roadways even as far south as Greenville and Spartanburg. Katie?
Your last look at traffic this half hour, and we do remain accident free, but of course starting to see some building traffic as more and more drivers get out on the roadway here for your Tuesday. Case in point here, Biltmore Village, Hendersonville Road heading northbound as drivers exit I-40. Speeds there as you begin to approach downtown and Biltmore Village, about 20-25 miles an hour. How about a live look at I-240 here from our Lesser Flooring Skycam network? You can see, yep, look at your TV screen right now, getting busier there both east and westbound. Still no major issues out there so far here for your Tuesday. Karen?
And a final look at weather. Of course, that winter weather advisory will begin later on today. So we're good at the moment, but that winter weather will begin, especially this evening and overnight. That's going to be the most hazardous driving time. And then into tomorrow morning, temperatures are going to drop below freezing and stay below freezing tomorrow. So we'll be slick from whatever falls tonight. Potentially even some black ice. So temperatures do finally warm above freezing, and this is the good news. It's not going to last too long. We're not going to be stuck in that cold wave like what we saw before.
Good. Well, that's some good news there.
And no accidents out there yet this morning, but of course it could be a different story as you head home for your evening commute.
Yeah.
Good point. Thanks for joining us. GMA is next right here on News 13.
Have a terrific Tuesday.
Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back. We finally start warming up this afternoon with a high expected around 50 degrees, low 50s on Saturday and even upper 50s on Sunday. That's going to be almost 10 degrees, if not more, above that average of 47 for this time of the year. And it's all thanks to some high of the weekend. And then we'll be watching this next rainmaker. We'll move closer to the Great Lakes. That's the next chance. A lot of sunshine here. Not expecting rain chances into the weekend. Also conditions, and that rain chance does go up as we head closer once again to a form of black threat until noontime today for Buncombe, Madison, McDowell, Rutherford, Polk, and Henderson counties. Temperatures across the country getting a little bit better. We're starting to see this change of some milder air move in, and it's all relative because 24 is still very cold, but not as it's still at 7 miles per hour. So that's enough to make it feel like a chilly 16 degrees right now. It's in the foothills and middle to even upper 50s in the upstate. So looking pretty good this falls. We could see close to about an inch of rain Tuesday. Then we turn Monday. Back over to you.
It's time to send that picture.
Oh, pretty.
Yes, indeed. You can send us your pictures through our website.
All right, this morning, Ingrid outside. We are looking for some warmer temperatures today, please.
Okay, well, we'll see some, but we have to get through this morning. It's still below freezing, so still that black ice threat. 24 right now in Asheville, 23 in Forest City, but we've got colder conditions in Bryson City, Franklin, and Andrews in the teens right now. So you'll need that winter coat even through the early part of the day and then into the afternoon. Maybe you can ditch that. But what's going to be different is as we head into Monday, that's when you're going to need the rain jacket or, of course, that umbrella, because that's going to be our next rainmaker. Until then, enjoy the sunshine and, of course, warmer conditions. Back to you.
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Happy Friday. The forecast is looking really nice for the weekend, so this is some great news after that midweek snowstorm. 50 expected today. The average high is 47, so we'll likely exceed that today, and even more so on Saturday and on Sunday. Many locations will be 10 degrees above average. So nice to be able to share that information with you. We've got high pressure to our south right now near the Gulf. It will continue to move closer to the East Coast as we go closer to Sunday. That will allow warmer conditions to mix into the area. Our next rainmaker won't be approaching our area until late this weekend. We got to wait for that low to move closer to the Great Lakes. When that cold front moves through, we'll see the chance for just rain showers on Monday and into early Tuesday. So looking at 8 a.m. this morning, a few passing clouds through midday. That's it. We're expecting to stay completely dry today and into tomorrow and into Saturday and Sunday. So the chance for some black ice is still out there this morning. So this is what we're dealing with currently. And you can see a little patch right here. It's an example of much of what western North Carolina is looking like. We'll use caution this morning when you're walking to your car because everything that melted yesterday is frozen this morning. Black Mountain area, we saw that there, but also into the Asheville area eastward. And it's expected to be an issue until about noon today, until temperatures warm above that freezing mark. But overall, we're actually looking a little bit better. We're at light at 7 miles per hour, but it makes it feel like 16 degrees here on this Friday morning. This afternoon, I think you can get rid of the winter hat and gloves. You're looking at a high around 50. Into the weekend, you don't need the rain jacket until Monday, especially late day Monday into early Tuesday. And notice until Tuesday night. Back over to you.
We are live in Asheville this morning talking about, we'll show you some of those items coming up in the live report.
Code Purple. Now's the time to make sure you have a winter car kit in case of an emergency on the road.
Absolutely. News 13's Lauren Bregman joins us live from Auto Bell in Asheville. And Lauren, what should be in this kit?
Well, there's a wide array of items that you need to make sure you have in your kit, but especially during the winter time, you want to make sure you have an ice scraper, first aid kit, even some of those warm hats, gloves, scarves, things of that nature in case you were to get stranded. So this morning we're talking with Tracy Lilly. She's with the American Red Cross. And Tracy, you brought in even more items to kind of demonstrate for folks what's especially important to have in your vehicle at all times.
At all times, we like to leave an extra coat, maybe hats and mitts and scarves, some sweatshirts, as well as the blanket. You want to make sure you also have some jumper cables and maybe flashlights for all times in your vehicle.
Definitely. And you said it's a good idea to have a go bag. So what should be in that bag?
Yeah, we use this little backpack, and what we like to put in an extra bottle of water, because if you're left in your car at all times, they're going to freeze. Your flashlights, some snacks, granola bars and things for the kids if you have any. Right. Extra charger, Kleenex I like to have if you ever get stopped and your nose starts running, whatnot. And also your emergency numbers. People don't think about that, but if your phone dies, you won't have your numbers memorized, so a list of your emergency numbers as well.
That is a good tip, and of course you can gather all these supplies, create your own kit, or we have a couple options here where you can purchase something at a store. Even AAA offers a package like this. And what was really cool about this, I thought, inside this bag here, you see that travel shovel.
That is fantastic.
Something you may not think of that you especially need in the winter time. So all good items. We're talking more with Tracy coming up later in the morning show about what to do if you were to get stranded during these winter months when we see this winter weather especially. And coming up next half hour, we're here at Auto Bell, and that's because they have a special promotion underway to help out the Red Cross. We're talking about that coming up at 5:30. Live in Asheville, Lauren Bregman, News 13.
All right, good ideas.
Talk about a busy day there.
Oh, yeah. Ingrid, lots of folks, as soon as these temperatures warm up, are going to be cleaning the car.
I know. And you think about those guys who actually wash your car in temperatures, slightly above freezing. They're still out there. Oh, I just think about their hands, how cold they might be. 19 in Bryson City, 15 in Franklin, 24 in Asheville right now. We will warm above freezing today, but you'll still need that winter coat for at least the first half of the day. Make sure you have the sunglasses as well. Similar conditions tomorrow, but even warmer on Sunday, so I just think you need the jacket and also the sunglasses. The jacket on Monday, but it's the umbrella that you'll need to make sure you have with you for your Monday morning commute because the rain will start late day Monday. Back to you. there, but you know, we just can't get rid of this snow. It's just still on the ground in some areas. And of course, as you just mentioned, that snow melt leading to black ice. So that's why this winter weather advisory is out for yet another morning. For Buncombe County, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, Burke, Rutherford, Polk, and Henderson counties until noon today. So if you're a little bit nervous about driving the next several hours, just stay inside until we see temperatures warm above freezing. And it's going to take until late morning for most of us. It might even be until noontime before we see temperatures rise above freezing. But the good news is we'll see plenty of sunshine today and temperatures at 40 already by your lunch hour. Coming up in a few minutes, talking more about when we'll see our next rainmaker. Back to you.
A local mother believes the
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. The weekend is looking fantastic. Slightly above average today with a high of 50, low 50s on Saturday and upper 50s expected on Sunday. Above that average high of 47, so a warming trend expected. High pressure helping out with that as it moves from the Gulf Coast to the East Coast. We'll continue to see that warmer air move in. This is our next rainmaker. It moves through the middle of the country into the late weekend, and then early next week, that's when it finally moves a cold front through Oregon. Here's 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Still a lot of sunshine with a few passing clouds, but at this point, it's looking like we're not going to see any rain chances throughout the day Saturday. Overnight, staying clear, but not quite as cold as what we've been feeling, and a lot of sunshine expected for the first part of Sunday with a few clouds building late day. You can see some patches here on our camera. That's black ice, and that's why we still have this winter weather advisory out, because of that black ice concern. Madison, Buncombe, Henderson, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, Rutherford, Polk, and Burke County noon today. So temperatures across the country cold, but we'll start to see that warming trend as we head into this afternoon. 24 degrees in Asheville, 14 right now in Franklin, and 27 in Greenville. Much lighter. There's no wind chill advisory out. At 7 miles per hour, it does make it feel like a cold 16 degrees in Asheville and even into the foothills. This afternoon, 50 degrees in Asheville, low 50s in the foothills and middle to upper 50s even in the upstate. 7-day forecast is showing some clouds Saturday and very nice by Sunday with upper 50s. Some locations will even hit that 60-degree mark. A chance for showers mainly late day Monday, and at this point we could see some areas of heavy rain. Some models are putting out about a half inch to an inch of rain, especially overnight Monday. Back to you.
From winter car kits to winter car care, we are live from Autobell here in Asheville this morning talking about the toll that this salt can take on vehicles.
washes around the mountains will be very busy.
That's for sure. News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from Autobell in Asheville. And Lauren, Autobell has a special promotion happening right now to help the Red Cross.
That's right. And you know what's really cool about this car wash? They're open no matter the temperature. So these guys will be out here working even at 7 o'clock this morning. Now we're talking with Ryan Moore. He's the district manager. And Ryan, this promotion specifically donates $1 off of a specific car wash toward the Red Cross. Which one is that?
It's our manager special with rain repellent. We'll donate $1 to the Red Cross for every manager special with rain repellent throughout the entire company. 78 locations in 5 states. From now until the 28th of January.
Okay, so a lot of people will be, of course, coming to get their car washed across the mountains as temperatures warm up. And looking at this vehicle here, you can definitely tell that the salt that's been, put out on the roads to help us make it to work safely, it can take a toll on your vehicle. So, Ryan, starting with the windshield, what kind of an impact can it have?
Well, it can not only impair your vision when you're driving down the road, it can also corrode your undercarriage, your paint, any metal or painted surfaces.
Okay, so how often do you want to make sure you're cleaning your car in the winter?
You should definitely wash it immediately as soon as you can. You want to get the salt off. It's usually a base layer, but the residual salt on the roads can still get back on the underbody, on the side of the car, so you want to wash it frequently after salt.
And can anything happen to the paint from this sitting on there?
Yes, it can certainly damage the paint if it sits on there too long, and it'll corrode any metal surfaces that are on the car.
Okay, so definitely they encourage you to get your car washed as soon as you can, but just because you do it once doesn't mean you shouldn't come in maybe again next week or a week or two from now.
Certainly.
Because of that buildup. So we're going to actually take this car through the wash. We'll show you the results coming up later this morning. We are live from Autobell in Asheville. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
So is Lauren driving it through? Is that what we're going to see during the whole thing? I know. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Ingrid, it's the small things for Jay.
It's fun. I want to see Lauren driving through that car wash. Your forecast for the car wash is actually good. So if you're going to maybe even do this yourself this weekend, I would wait until midday when temperatures are warmer. We'll be back up to the 50s Saturday and Sunday, but no rain over the next 3 days. So if you really don't like the way your car looks right now, then go ahead and get that finished today. What to wear today? A coat and sunglasses. Same thing tomorrow. You only need a jacket by Sunday because it will be close to 60 degrees with those sunglasses. But by Monday, you'll need a waterproof jacket and an umbrella. Forecasting rain chances, especially late day on Monday. Back to you.
Frozen.
Lots of eyes on the government, lots of eyes to the sky to see if it's going to get warmer.
Yeah, you know, the good news is today will be much better, significantly warmer. But the bad news is we're starting off cold. So once again, there is a black ice threat. It does include Buncombe County. So Asheville area, please use caution. This is until noon today. Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, Burke, Rutherford, Polk, and Henderson County, there's also that threat. Here's that good news. We do warm above freezing. It'll take until late morning, until around noontime, and then skyrocketing. Look at that, 40 degrees, so above what we got to yesterday. We only made it to the middle to upper 30s yesterday. We're looking at the 50s today, but then some rain chances down the line. I'll let you know if that could impact your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, let's get a closer look on the roads with Katie Killen. Good morning, Katie.
Good Friday morning. Weather and on-time traffic together every 10 minutes. And how are things looking out there? Better than yesterday, but still, as Ingrid just mentioned, black ice still a concern out there if you're traveling from areas to our northern Buncombe County or Madison County into downtown Asheville. You can see future I-26 east and westbound an easy hour. How about a live look at I-240 here at the Bowen Bridge from our Lester Flooring Sky? From a lot of folks that their neighborhood roadways still not plowed, driveways, parking lots still incredibly icy this morning. Use caution. Over to you.
For News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Friday. We're from Saturday 53 and then more than 10 degrees above average on Sunday. Some locations could reach the 60s. It's all thanks to some high pressure moving from the Gulf to the East Coast. We could see a little bit of cloud cover into the weekend, but it's going to stay dry and it's going to stay warm. This is our next rainmaker, so that'll impact our region not until Monday. So we're going to have a nice clear and warm weekend, so something very nice after a midweek snowstorm. Let's track this system. Here's 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can see just a few thin clouds throughout the day in those northern communities especially, but at this point staying dry. Saturday night, clear skies, but not quite as cold as what we have been feeling. Sunday, a few clouds, but staying dry until Monday. And I think really late day Monday into Tuesday, that's going to be the time frame for that rain. And we could see some areas of heavy rain actually at times. Lester Flooring Skycam Network shows a good example this morning as to what we're seeing. Some patchy black ice out there. A lot of that snow actually still on the ground. It hasn't had the opportunity to melt off completely. So that winter weather advisory is still out until noontime. That does include us here in Asheville and areas east. In fact, much of the state actually under that winter weather advisory because the foothills and eastward into the Piedmont saw a lot of snow. Across the country, still feeling a pretty big cool down this morning, but we'll continue to see milder air move in. Western communities much colder, 14 in Franklin. Contrast that with 26 in Asheville. But the wind has picked up. Now it's at 12. It feels like 16 in Asheville. This afternoon, sunshine and about 50 degrees, low 50s in the upstate. And of course, a good reminder here that winter weather advisory will be out for several more hours. Looking ahead into next week, after a nice weekend, the rain chances increase late day Monday into early Tuesday. But notice temperatures staying above freezing until Tuesday night. Back to you, Katie.
Nice when they go out and do that. From winter car care to your winter car kit. This morning we have tips about both.
News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from Auto Bell in Asheville. And Lauren, there are items you should have in your vehicle, especially during the wintertime.
That's right. I mean, you should have an emergency car kit there ready to go all months of the year. But during the wintertime, you need to adapt that a little bit. So Tracy Lilly joining us once again. She's with the local American Red Cross. And so when we're in those winter months, what especially should we be adding to the kit?
Well, some of the things that you should leave in your car at all times would be extra hat and mitts, maybe a jacket, an old jacket that you have,
right,
blanket, sweatshirts, and some car chargers as well with your emergency kit.
And this is probably a good time also to make sure you have fresh batteries, fresh water, non-perishable food items as well.
Yep, absolutely. It's good to have the snacks and your emergency numbers, some extra tissues and whatnot, and maybe also something for the kids if you're traveling a lot with the kids.
Right. Now, what should we do if we were to get stranded on the side of the road?
Okay, well, that's a great idea. One of the first things we always suggest is check the weather forecast before you head out. That's very important, and pay attention. Don't be on the roads unnecessarily. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't be on the road. That's one of the most important things as well. Stay with your vehicle. And about every hour or so, you could turn on your car just to get the heat going, open your window a little bit, turn on the dome light, so if emergency units are going by, they're going to find you.
Okay, so that's, of course, if you are not able to call for help immediately. But some of these items, of course, you can get at your local stores. Some places like AAA even sell these kits, as you see here. So some great tips from Red Cross this morning. You can go to their website, redcross.org, for more info. We'll link you as well at WLOS.com. We're going to see how that car turns out. We're here at AutoBell. We showed you all that salt on that SUV. We'll take it through the wash coming up live next half hour. Live in Asheville, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
And she's going to come here and take ours back and take it through the wash.
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, that was really nice of her, Ingrid. We're all just waiting for it.
I know. Well, all of our cars look like that, probably even worse. But the good news is we'll have warmer temperatures, so it'll be much easier for the guys at the car wash, or if you're going to wash your own car this weekend. Looking pretty good. Dry conditions and temperatures rebounding to the 50s. So what to wear today? You'll need the winter coat to start, but some sunglasses later on today. Same thing on Saturday. Sunday, just a lighter jacket. Temperatures reaching close to 60 degrees. And on Monday, you'll need that jacket. Hopefully it's waterproof. Maybe just get out the raincoat and the umbrella, especially late day Monday as we see that next rainmaker approach. Katie?
Western North Carolina's news leader. This is 13.
We are getting some spectacular viewer pictures this morning of the winter weather.
Deanna Buchanan of Old Fort shared, in fact, this gorgeous sunset from the Katsuma Trail in Black Mountain. Just look at those colors.
Candace Creasman snapped this shot from Lester. She called it snow glistening. Pretty.
And how about this adorable shot? Connie McDaniel from Ellenboro shared this picture of her little girl enjoying a snow day. Good morning to you. It is Friday, January 19th. I'm Jay Siltzer.
I'm Holly Hedrick.
And I'm Ingrid Allstaedt. One more snow day for a lot of these kids across the region.
But if they want to play in it, they better act fast because it's quickly going away.
It is. We have some good news. The warm-up will begin today. Bad news is it has to start after noon for many of you. Winter weather advisory is out just for black ice concerns. Bunka, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, Burke, Rutherford, Polk, and Henderson counties under that advisory for several more hours. But we will warm above freezing after late morning. 40 already by lunchtime, so you'll need the winter coat to start today, but you'll only need the jacket this weekend. I'll talk about how warm it will be, and we are forecasting rain. If that impacts your weekend plans, coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes. Right now, let's get a closer look on the roads with Katie Killen. Good morning.
Good Friday morning. Weather and on-time traffic together every 10 minutes. We are tracking some building traffic out there for your Friday morning. Let's take a look over on the west side of town. Patton Avenue, this sort of popped up just in the last couple of minutes, heading southbound as drivers exit I-240 heading toward New Leicester Highway. Speeds there shy of 15 miles an hour, right where you see that orangish reddish color there on your map. Speaking of I-240, let's take a live look at the bridge. This is from our Leicester Flooring Skycam network. Starting to get just a bit busier out there as well, an increase in headlights out there, but still no major issues in this corridor. Jay and Holly.
News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back and happy Friday, everyone. Today, finally, we see this warm up. High temperatures around 50 degrees, so that's slightly above average, and it just gets even better as we head into Saturday with a high of 53 and then 7 on Sunday. Forecasting some locations to reach even as high as 60 degrees. So we can thank this high pressure building into the region for this warmer air mixing into the atmosphere. A couple clouds, but staying dry this weekend. It's not until this system moves closer to the Great Lakes and the cold front moves through on Monday that we see a chance for some rain showers. And at this point, it's just all rain on Monday, especially late day and into Tuesday. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, looking pretty clear and sunny with a few passing clouds throughout the day, but no no chance for rain at this point. Clear skies on Saturday night, but not as cold as what we have been feeling. Into Sunday, a few clouds building late day, and then that chance for rain on Monday. The snow that fell earlier this week still causing issues this morning. Here's a good example in Black Mountain, areas of black ice. Buncombe County in that winter weather advisory, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, eastern communities as far south as Rutherford and Polk. So several more hours of below freezing temperatures leading to that black ice concern. So until noontime. Across the country, still dealing with some relatively cold conditions, but not nearly as cold as what we felt earlier this week. We've got 26 in Asheville currently. Look how cold it is in our western zones. 13 in Franklin, 14 in Knoxville, and 2 degrees shy of 30 degrees in Greenville. 12-mile-per-hour wind in the French Broad River Valley makes it feel a little bit colder. 16 is the feels-like temperature right now. 21 in Forest City. Looking ahead now to our forecast this afternoon, we've got low 50s in the foothills and middle to upper 50s in the upstate with mostly sunny skies. Your 7-day forecast is showing low 20s tonight. Low 50s on Saturday and upper 50s on Sunday. There's that chance for rain. It comes late day Monday, lasting through early.
Roads right now can take a toll on your car, and this weekend area car washes will definitely be busy.
News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from Autobell in Asheville. And Lauren, you just took the car through the wash. Let's see it.
Oh my goodness, it looks great. We are here with this Honda CR-V. You saw it before at about 5:30. Saw the salt on it. It looks great. They just finished drying it. We're talking with Ryan Moore, the district manager. And Ryan, how often should we be taking our cars through the wash during the winter?
As soon as after the snow clears up and the salt's on the roads, I'd get it to wash the base salt off.
Okay.
And then pretty soon after, maybe 2-3 days after, once it clears up.
Okay, so you need to be doing this repeatedly throughout the winter because, of course, it can really take a toll on the underbody, I understand, as
Sure
well.
Can. Yep,
and what are the impacts of the salt that's currently on the roads?
The salt can corrode the undercarriage of your car, the metal, any painted surface, your wheels as well.
Okay, so yeah, it looks great. Autobell is actually teaming up with the American Red Cross this month for a special promotion. And Ryan, tell us about that. Which car wash do you need to get in order to help out the Red Cross?
Our manager special with rain repellent. We will donate $1 to the Red Cross for every one we sell. At all 78 locations in 5 states.
I always feel sorry for the guys here at Autobell because they're out in all kinds of weather cleaning vehicles. I mean, do the temperatures have to drop below a certain point for you all to close?
We don't ever close.
They never close. Okay, and what time do you open?
We open at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. So these car washes across the mountain certainly will be busy this weekend. A good weekend if you're washing your car yourself, as well as those temperatures start to warm up. And as you can tell, great results this morning live here from the Autobell in Asheville. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
So what I took away from this was wash, rinse, and repeat during the winter.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right, we've got a fleet of vehicles outside that need it.
That's right.
Thank you, Lauren. This week, we had fun taking selfies.
And the snow created some memories worth taking another look at. Here's our morning moments. Well, if you were on the internet this weekend, you probably noticed a trend. Celebrities with side-by-side comparisons of them and a popular painting.
That is cold. That is really cold. Wow. Ingrid was kind.
I don't know. I think I need a tan is what I've learned.
Minnie Mouse is finally getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame 40 years after Mickey was recognized. She needed a new agent.
Absolutely. Why did this take so long?
I don't have any idea. Panthers tight end Greg Olson was in the Henderson County area enjoying Moonshine Mountain with his family. And looks like the long lines were worth it.
But if I'm a Panthers player and I'm off for the holiday,
yeah,
I'm just thinking I'm heading to the Bahamas.
Some people like the snow, Jay.
Okay.
People like go skiing and snowboarding. Have you heard of like Vail? Yeah, it's a big
Yeah, I've heard of it. Never been.
While you're looking for the perfect gift for that special someone, how about a large diamond? And by big, we mean the 5th largest diamond ever found.
It looks like a piece of ice.
It does.
Ice Ice Baby.
Nintendo's releasing a whole slew of new games for the Nintendo Switch, and they're made of cardboard.
It literally is a game changer.
It is.
I don't understand.
I didn't get it either at all. American Airlines will no longer accept cash payments. You have to pay $5
That is just not right.
to turn your cash into a card.
Not right.
Cash is no good, Ingrid.
Cold hard cash, right?
Ba-dum-bum.
Good one.
It's a J joke.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was quick. It is so cold in Russia.
How cold is it, Jay?
It is so cold that Putin had to put on a shirt. That's how cold it is.
It's probably true. But the
Well,
update is...
yeah, President Putin proved us wrong. These pictures taken yesterday,
Oh,
Putin
boy.
taking a dip, shirtless.
He was actually celebrating the Epiphany, which commemorates the baptism of Jesus Christ. And in case you were wondering, those waters, an icy negative 19 degrees.
Oh.
Jay, so funny. What are the chances that this shows up literally after your
Well,
show?
he has our app.
He was
watching.
He was
From
like,
Russia?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he
That
didn't like
seems
what he
very
heard.
likely.
He said, no. I can go out shirtless any day of the week here. It's fine.
Any time of the year.
That's right.
I don't recommend that this morning. I think a coat is still needed. It is cold out there. We've got some teens and 20s. 50 though this afternoon, so that's going to feel really nice. Low 20s again, so if you're heading out for Friday night dinner, make sure that you have the winter gloves. Tomorrow, you don't need the winter hat or gloves throughout the day because it's going to be in the low 50s. Same thing on Saturday night. We're going to be a little bit above freezing, but really nice. My pick day is Sunday for the weekend. Our next chance for rain comes on Monday, and at this point it's looking like it's just going to be rain, no snow. I'll let you know, of course, if that changes because temperatures right now staying in the middle 30s. A few rain showers on Tuesday early on, and then next week, hey, not too bad. Temperatures staying right around 50 degrees.
I mean, that's 7 days, 50 or better.
And after the week we've had,
We deserve it.
we really
We
deserve
deserve
it.
Roads are looking really good. No accidents, no major delays. Of course, a lot of schools canceled this morning, so you will see fewer folks on the roadways, which makes my job very easy. So I appreciate that, even if you don't at home.
All right.
Thanks very much for joining us. GMA is next right here on News 13. For more local news and weather, check us out online.
Have a fantastic Friday.
I have a couple of things to let you know about. Let's get right to our maps because we have a traffic alert here in Henderson County. We have a vehicle fire at Spartanburg Highway or US 176 at Upward Road, Highland Lake Road there in East Flat Rock. So avoid that area if at all possible this morning. How about a live look at downtown Hendersonville from our Lester Flooring Skycam network? Boy, what a difference a day or two makes. Main Street looking much better, clear of that ice that we were seeing just yesterday morning. But of course, those sidewalks, side roads, still an issue this morning. Ingrid?
And that's one reason why we still have a winter weather advisory out until noon today for Buncombe, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, McDowell, also Henderson, Polk, and Rutherford counties. Because the black ice concern continues. Temperatures still below freezing in Asheville, colder in Bryson City and Franklin at 13 degrees and 27 in the upstate. 5-mile-per-hour wind. The wind chill's not terrible, but it does make it feel a little bit cooler in Asheville. The feels like temperature is 22. But look at what's to come. 50 today and low 50s by tomorrow.
Now we do have a traffic alert to get to happening in Haywood County. Let's go ahead and take a look at our maps. The right lane is closed, I-40 eastbound at Newfound Road or exit 34 there, just east of Canton because of a crash. So prepare for some delays there. You can see already slow speeds there on the interstate. DOT estimating this shoulder won't reopen until just after 9:30 this morning. So something to keep in mind if you're traveling there in Haywood. I-240 now at the Bowen Bridge from our Lester Flooring Skycam network, east and westbound. Drivers cruising right along and some sunny conditions out there, Ingrid.
That looks nice. Happy Friday, everyone. Unfortunately, it's still so cold that we have a winter weather advisory out. This is for the threat of black ice. It does include Asheville and all these counties in purple, the areas that saw a little bit more snow than our communities in the western area. Lester Flooring Skycam Network gives us a good example. This is our Black Mountain camera. Some black ice on the road right there close to the sidewalk. So you might see that this morning. It's 27 in Asheville, but 12 right now in Franklin. Those are the cool areas. 19 even in Forest City. The good news is we warm up well above freezing today, and that lasts throughout the weekend. Low 50s tomorrow and upper 50s into Sunday. We stay dry until late day Monday, early Tuesday. Have a great weekend.